Well, greetings. This is Pastor Milton Wren Jr., Senior Pastor of Kingdom Builders, right here in Birmingham, Alabama. What a wonderful privilege it is to come into your homes, your automobiles, your cubicles, wherever you may be, just to share a midday motivation with you. Do me a favor, text someone, tag someone, tell them to tune in right now. The midday motivation is on, and I want them to get motivated. We have a wisdom nugget that we want to share with you this afternoon, and I really believe it'll bless you as it has blessed us. Come on, tag them, text them, tell them to tune in right now for the midday motivation. I just want to say this: being used by God should be seen as a privilege and not a problem. Let me say that again. Being used by God should always be seen as a privilege and not a problem. There was a conversation that was had a few months ago. Some co-workers and a couple of Jewish friends, and one of the things that they said that they do in their culture is they don't invest in brand new automobiles. Here is what they said. The reason we don't invest in brand new automobiles is because it depreciates 10% when you drive it off the lot. Within the first year, it depreciates another 10%. Listen at this. And by the end of the first 5 years, for some vehicles, it has depreciated 10% each year, giving us a total of 50 and sometimes 60% of the car's value. They say we never invest in brand new vehicles because over the next 4 or 5 years, they always seem to depreciate because there's so much wear and tear. We're using them, we're driving them. Think about this: as long as that vehicle stayed on the showroom floor where people could see it, they can go by and admire it, they can look at it, open the door, but didn't move it, didn't crank it, it kept its value. But the moment they drove it off the lot, it began to depreciate because it was being used. Well, automobiles are a little bit different. As a matter of fact, they're a lot different than working in the kingdom of God. Because when you work for the kingdom, when you are kingdom minded and you love being used by God, your value increases every time God uses you. As a matter of fact, people that go to church, people that love God, have a relationship with Him, but are never being used by God, their value goes down. Value is increased when we allow God to use us for His benefit. So I say that because I want to encourage somebody, wherever you may be, always see being used by God as a privilege and not a problem. Think about this. If driving a vehicle depreciates, but God says the more you allow me to use you, your value, it appreciates, then that means something. That means as long as I'm working for God, I've got job security, but the value of who I am and what I do always goes up. It never goes down. So don't be the person. I want to challenge you. Don't be the person that sits on the side of the road and say, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are they busy? Why don't they just sit down? No. They understand. The more I work for God, the more my value goes up. So I want to encourage you to get busy working for the master, because then and only then will your value increase and everybody around will admire you for the value that's on the inside of you. Don't sit still, because sitting still in the kingdom means your value is depreciating, and we want our value to appreciate. I love you. We're praying for you. And remember this: see being used by God as a privilege and not a problem. Everybody should want to be used by the master. I love you. We're praying for you. And until next time, tell somebody, let's build the kingdom one person at a time. Let's build.